After weeks with temperatures in the minus 30s, we're going to take advantage of this warmer weather. And we're heading out to a trail that's normally closed for most of the year and only open for about 4 months of the year. I have no idea if that trail's been open, if anybody's gone through it. Hopefully it's not too much snow, but we're going to go check it out and see what it's like. Hopefully we make it to the end. Soup today. Man, that's the biggest sundog I've ever seen.
He's on the brakes. Yeah, no.
Might have been that till morning.
Yep.
Okay, this is that icy one again, so nice and slow and hang right in the gravel.
That's what I was going to say. Stick it to the gravel and keep it there.
Well, that was unexpected as we're coming in the trail. The hill is super icy. We saw this gentleman lose control halfway up the hill and he spun out and around he went. Can't fault him too much. I did exactly the same thing, and I know I didn't have a camera on. Would have been really cool. So we burned up quite a bit of daylight. Sun is setting. We were hoping to get to the end of the trail to make camp, but quite an eventful afternoon, and we left a little bit too late to start with this morning. Should have left earlier, but I don't mind lending a hand out in winter in the cold like this. Never leave anybody stranded. You never know. I really didn't think we'd be able to pull them out. At the very least, I thought we'd do quite a bit of damage, but there was very little damage. Scratched up a little bit from going in the trees in the first place, and that's about it. We definitely didn't add damage, and that was my goal. I'm glad, very glad. Bump it. There you go. So what did you do, Gene?
I smacked the bank.
And?
Broke the bead. In the middle of nowhere.
And what time is it?
Too freaking late.
Are you having fun?
No, not at this point.
How come?
We started driving to go on this wonderful little overnight at 10:30 this morning. It's now 7 p.m.
You gotta be kidding me. Somebody camped here. A lot busier on a Friday night than I expected. Well, it's been a long day. Things went pear-shaped on us, to say the least. We rescued a car out of a hill, a Jeep out of the river, myself out of a wash. Gene ended up popping a bead, so standing in a creek, we're putting a tire back together. Didn't cut it, so that's a good thing. But in the process, I ended up with 2 wet feet. I'm done. That's it. Camera goes away. We'll talk to you guys tomorrow. After finding some people in our camp spot, which I was quite surprised last night, because we're pretty deep in here, we found whatever we could in the dark. Not really sure what we wake up to, but check this out. Doesn't matter which way you look, incredible views. Although it's not that cold today. It's cool in my hands. Maybe if I had somebody to do this for me. Gene, want to grind the coffee? Apparently not. The diesel heater has been a game changer for us. Typically -10 has been our limit for an overnight temperature. After that, it's bitter, it's pretty cold. Now it doesn't really matter. Nice and toasty warm all night. I've seen that a lot of people have had issues with these things, so I wanted to be sure I followed the directions before I put this thing together. The box is a little bit on the large side, but there was a reason for that. The instructions were really specific about a few things. One is that the heater needed to be above the fuel tank. They wanted the exhaust pointing downwards, and the fuel pump needed to be mounted at an angle. I wrapped it in a rubber tube, and that seems to help quieten down the ticking sound. And quite honestly, I don't hear it at night. You really have to pay attention to hear that sound. It's no louder than my furnace at home. Always a good idea to have a carbon monoxide detector. We bring this up in the tent at night. And after running one night, we burnt that much fuel and used about that much power. But part of my criteria is that everything had to pack up in the box, so it's just grab the box and go. One thing for sure in this weather, the ARB fridge is very efficient. It's not even turned on. It's set so we can just read the temperature and that's it. somebody climbing the wall there.
Oh, I see them now.
That's freaking nuts. We had a hell of a time crossing here in the dark last night. And this is where we had to rescue another Jeep that couldn't crawl up the other side. Easy peasy, nothing to it. Slippery though.
Holy Jesus, they're bombing along.
It's going well, you?
Good. We got a really long route, so it's not as fast as it might be going wrong.
How many are you? Oh jeez. Part of a group or?
Yeah.
Right on.
New Year's Eve runs in.
Nice. Have a good one.
How many is there?
Buddy said 15 or 20 of them.
So pick a side to be in the gravel here, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I don't mind telling you, this icy road here makes me nervous.
We got the washout on the right there. Cheers. So Gina and I sat by the fire and had a drink, and we promised ourselves we'd make camp and make supper before we got dark.
Oops.
It's not working out the greatest. And there is nothing more convenient than leftovers. So once again, well, I want to say a butter chicken, but it's actually a butter turkey. Leftover Christmas turkey. That's pretty quick.
It is. Oh, got it.
And the temperature is definitely dropping. A little bit colder than what I expected, but that's okay. We have to consider it is last week of December after all.
Nice and warm.
Again, too cold for the lighter. Well, good morning. At one point during the night, I thought I was going to have to go down and turn off the diesel heater. It was so hot, peeled off the covers. We were just cooking. And then we felt they'd get colder. And this morning, it's minus 12. A lot colder than I expected. Beautiful sun this morning. I think it'll warm up pretty quick. Hey, we got water this time.
We do.
Woo, cold hands this morning.